I honestly believe this. I think that every single human being should try Jiu-Jitsu at some point. And I've got some good reasons why. Guys, my name is Bill Jones. I'm the head instructor of top-level martial arts in beautiful downtown Cuyahoga Falls. I'm a black belt under Master Pedro Sauer, and you're watching Professor's Corner. So, why Jiu-Jitsu? Let me back up a little bit. Let me tell you a little bit about my background. I was in the Army. And in the Army, when you go through, you get lumped in with a bunch of people from all kinds of different cultures within the United States. Black people, white people, Asians, doesn't matter. And they have a saying that you're all green. Texans, Ohioans, everybody, all together. Puerto Ricans, people who barely speak English well, people who don't speak any other languages well. It's an interesting group. Republicans, Democrats, all in the same place. And at first there's a lot of tension. And I'm going to be honest, like even over time, there are simply going to be people that you don't get along with that well. You tolerate each other. You accept that you're on the same team. And I think that in and of itself is a very important thing. And what it does is when you end up in war, even the people you don't, quote, love or like to be around, you'll die for them. You'll be on their side till the end. And it's an amazing thing. And some people call it brainwashing. And I can understand why you would think that, but it goes much deeper, and let me explain. You see, people are very tribal. And another way of saying that is that people, once they belong to a group, will support that group even in the face of contradictory information. So, for example, you see this a lot of times on Facebook or on any kind of social media. Someone will support something. And even when someone else comes along with contradictory information proving that the original thing was wrong, people will reject that because they're tribal about it. It's the group they belong to, and they don't like it being messed with. And it takes a lot of emotional acuity to be able to realize what you're doing and to change that and say, you know what? I see that this information I put up was wrong, and it's time for me to change my mind on this particular subject. It's a tough thing to do. However, the more tribes you belong to, different types of tribes. So, for example, I'm going to use political tribalism because I think it's the easiest for everybody to kind of grasp. Let's say that I'm a staunch Republican, and I decide that I'm going to be a member of the Young Conservatives for America, and I'm going to be a member of the Republican National Convention or Committee, and so forth. But if it's all Republican groups, that's only still one tribe. That doesn't count. But if I do, let's say I'm in a Republican group, and then I'm also in a softball league, and I also do Jiu-Jitsu, and I also do maybe I don't know, a card league where I'm playing cards every weekend, you're going to naturally come into contact with people who don't agree with you and you don't agree with. But you'll become tribal with them as well. So you're in the same bowling league, on the same team, you both want to win, you'll develop a mutual respect for each other, despite the fact that you don't agree with one another on a lot of other things. And this allows you to have a discourse that becomes far more civil. And the same thing happens in Jiu-Jitsu, and I would say on a far greater scale. And let me back up again to the military. The more difficulty you go through with the group of people, the stronger the bond is. In bowling, you throw a couple strikes, you're there for an hour, you win some, you lose some, you go home. In cards, same thing. And cards, you're kind of out for yourself, right? You're not really even playing as a team. You just happen to be playing at the same time. But the more difficulty you go through in war, you go through war together, life and death challenges. On the mats of Jiu-Jitsu, it's as close to a fight as it can be without actually being a fight. You're grappling with someone, there's some very physical, difficult things going on. You're trying to defend yourself. You're trying not to get choked while you choke someone else. You're trying to bend limbs in the wrong direction, make someone say uncle, and they're trying to do the same thing to you, and you're all doing it hopefully so that you all get better at the same time. And it creates this tight-knit group, even among people who don't really agree with each other in a lot of things. If you walk into my own academy, for example, you're going to find black people, white people, Democrats, Republicans, Asians. You're going to find women and men. You're going to find people who are homosexual, people who are straight, and then, you know, whatever else there is in there. I don't know that very well. I apologize if I've mischaracterized it. But my point is, you're going to find people from all walks of life who have joined this for all kinds of different reasons. And there are times that they get annoyed with one another. There are times that they want to get at you and be like, oh, you're rolling too hard with me today. Or, you know, dude, I know you gave me that submission. Stop it. But it's those exact challenges that they go through together that make them more connected. And they become a tribe. They become a tribe of people united under one common cause, and it's a physically and mentally difficult challenge. And when you go through that together, it makes you closer. And I honestly believe that the more tribes you join that are different than one another, that go against or have people who have differing opinions, the more you come to respect the opinions of everyone around you. The more you come to respect the needs and wants of everyone around you. And that's probably one of the biggest benefits socially of jiu-jitsu. That's why I believe everybody, bar none, should at least try to train jiu-jitsu for a year, 2 years, something like that, just to go through that, just to see, you know what, I don't agree with anything that dude says politically, but man, he's actually a pretty good guy. And that's something that you need to have. You need to realize that most people, and this is what jiu-jitsu has shown me, most people are truly good people. They truly mean well. They want what's best for people. They may have a different view of how to get there, but in general, they're coming from the right place. And I think that the more you experience that with people that you don't know, with people that have differing ideals than you, the more respect you get for everybody. Guys, I'm going to get off my soapbox. I'm Bill Jones. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.